Denver market update for February. How is the year kicking off? That's what we're talking about. Hey everybody, it's Alyson Wahl with Live South Denver, your real estate strategist and realtor for the South Denver area. All right, we are now almost to March, halfway through February. What is the real estate market looking like? The numbers tell us we're off to a start that gives us a hint that this year might look a little bit like last year. So let's dig into the numbers. Buyers put 3,700 homes under contract in January. This is down 11% from last year and down 12% from 2 years ago. We saw 2,800 closings in January, down 9% from last year and down 10% from 2020. January brought with it 3,400 new listings. That was down 17% versus last year and down 24% versus 2 years ago. And when we break that down to the number of available new single family homes, which is what a lot of my folks are looking for, there were just 2,300 single family homes available to kick off the year. We finished out January with 1,490 available homes to sell, giving us a slim 14 days of inventory. That's pretty much about where we ended last year also. This means we are now in our 19th month straight of less than 1 month of inventory in the Denver market. The average days on market for January was 20 days. This was an increase over the previous month, but a decrease over last year by 6 days. The median days on market held steady at 5 days, and that tells us that the great houses are going fast right in that first weekend. The average closed price for all homes is $599,000 as we come out of January into February. Now, for an average price, that's actually a decrease of $20,000 over the previous month. However, it's a 10% increase from the year before, and it's up 30% from 2 years ago. The single family home price average is $679,000, and the condo and townhome price average is $449,000. The median home price of all homes sold has held steady. It's right at $540,000. This is an increase of 18% from a year ago and an increase of 30% from 2 years ago. The median price for single family is right around $595,000 right now, and the median price for a condo and townhome is right around $400,000. Okay, so what are your takeaways? Well, our inventory looks falsely positive, I believe. Instead of having about 2 weeks of inventory, I think we were closer to somewhere between 9 and 11 days of inventory as we left January and headed into February. That's based on some other data out of a neighboring realtor association and when they take their snapshot of inventory versus when my realtor association takes ours. In this instance, I think the neighboring realtor association snapshotted on the accurate day. With this insanely low inventory that is carrying over into February, my buyers are feeling it, as are my sellers. For my buyers, they keep asking me, are there gonna be more houses? Can I wait for better houses, or do I need to just take what I'm seeing right now in front of me? I mean, it's a good house, I do like it. For the sellers, it's pretty much a dream. There's somewhere between 5 and 15, maybe more, fantastic offers on the table for their home. And the seller's holding all the cards really when it comes to inspection and other contingencies. If one buyer isn't willing to waive their contingencies when it comes to appraisal or inspection, there's usually another one who's going to give better terms, a better price. The seller really is in charge generally across the board right now. And with the dynamics in the market, with interest rates rising, a lot of my sellers are going to be buyers. So I do have sellers who are wanting to get in the market to get a handle on interest rates and be ahead of the inventory that we do anticipate is coming. They want to be ready to jump in and be aggressive buyers as peak inventory emerges. So let's talk about that inventory question. Here's what the curve tends to look like in the market over the course of a year. We start out here in January, we go up to here. June is generally our peak. Then we drop down with December being the lowest month of inventory in the year, generally every year. So if I have a seller who's getting their property out on the market, they close it out in March, maybe April, they'll be possibly a cash buyer, if not a very well leveraged buyer as we come into the peak buying season. These are smart sellers. In pre-COVID days, the average home prices followed this same curve with the inventory. Last year, that is not what happened. Last year, inventory went like this, but when we came here, it took a deep drop. and then came back up and followed the rest of our curve like it ought to. Well, when it took that drop, that was because sellers were frustrated that buyers had pulled back. Buyers were fatigued with the bidding wars. So both sides weren't really playing the normal game. Well, that drop where the sellers pulled their listings and they weren't coming into the market because there were no bidding wars and it wasn't fun for them, kind of pushed everything out of skew. Buyers were like, whoa, no homes? Okay, well then I'm going to bid heavily on the ones that are there. And that pushed us into bidding wars in November and December. And so then average prices went like this, up, 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 down, 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 up. And we ended the year with prices on par with summertime prices. So we're getting into this phase of things in real estate where we just don't know what's coming sometimes. Things don't always follow the trends of history that we're used to. So for me, a bigger question is, are we gonna have enough inventory to keep up with buyer demand to get us back into some semblance of normalcy? That's what I'm watching for. Right now, the market is changing really every couple of weeks. And that was the case last year. We were in a normal market for the first couple of months. Then we took a quick pivot and we went into these intense bidding wars. Those lasted through June. And then we quickly dried up into a much softer market where buyers did not have to do intense bidding wars. That lasted through the fall. Then sellers caught up. They didn't like it. Inventory dried up. And then with a decrease of inventory, buyer demand increased because the buyers are still there, bidding wars increased, and now the sellers are back in play. If we've created a new monster where the idea is there will always be bidding wars, I don't really know what a new normal landscape is going to look like in real estate. So that's the thing I'll be watching in the market. Is there going to be enough inventory that we get to a cycle that we are used to looking back historically? I will keep you posted. Thanks for tuning in to the market update for February. If you have thoughts, comments, questions, give me a call, reach out, text, leave a comment below. You know, I always love connecting with you. And hey, I will see y'all next week.